Hey, what is up guys, Phoenix here, and welcome back to another 100 days on Minecraft Hardcore. This time I want to focus on innovation, so that means a lot of building and a lot of experiencing what 1.17 has to offer. Join me as we have fun with axolotls, begin aging copper, tame a whole swarm of bumblebees, and even make a fancy sugarcane farm. Things are really starting to heat up for our survival world, so I'm glad you guys are here along for the journey. As always, if you're enjoying the series, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content. Also, be sure to ring that notification bell so you can get notified when I upload a video. Without further ado, Panda-chan, let's get into the video. First item on the to-do list is to expand the gunpowder farm. And if we're gonna do that, we're gonna need more fish, so it's to the watering hole we go. I can't find any fish, but there's lots of squids. I wonder if my cats are picky eaters. Here we go, located some fish, so time to hit them with my looting sword. That's one. That's two. There's not as much fish as I would like around my house, so we're gonna head all the way to the ocean where I had the ocean monuments, and there should be lots of fish out there for us to kill. Day 2 and we've made it to the ocean. I'm not gonna be able to fill up a double chest with fish, so let me just grab some of this ice as well. We can form it into blue ice, packed ice, and all the other stuff we're gonna need for our future nether hub. The spawn rates are a lot better in the ocean. You can see there's a bunch of fish under the icebergs right here, so we just take the looting sword and kill them, and we're getting a lot of cod to feed our cats. I don't care, I'm greeting the last of my air bubbles for these fish. And I think that's enough for me to go back home and start breeding. It started raining, so I think I'm gonna take a quick detour to our iron farm and pick up some of the iron that we have there. I haven't been down here in a while, and wow, that's a lot of stacks of iron. So we're gonna grab a few of these so that we can make some cauldrons. Quickly, let's breed some of these cats. Oh, it's not working because the cod is cooked. Oh my god, I messed up. Our fish plan may have failed, but we can still craft some cauldrons and lay them out on this mountain, so that way every time it rains we can kind of stop right here and just collect a lot of powdered snow in our cauldrons. I'm back on the fish grind. We're going to be using our axe now instead of our sword to hunt these fish. And now finally we got our full stack of raw cod. We can now distribute it to our cats and start the breeding process to get more kitties. There's a cooldown on how many times you can breed a cat, so what we're gonna do is let's just remove the slab roof from our farm so that way we can start working on the next layer as soon as possible. I got a couple of new layers pre-built, so we're gonna now move some cats over here and start filling in the rest. Alright, so we need 2 per floor, so I brought about 4 with me. They should teleport all the way over here and we can just fill them in. Next, I want to swap the flooring out in the kill chamber with magma blocks, because I think if there's a backup of creepers, they can at least take some damage on their way to the campfire. So I'm gonna have to put myself in the kill chamber right here. Hopefully no creepers spawn. I don't think magma blocks destroy drops, so we're just gonna swap these blocks out and it should run the same. Now I'm gonna spawn a few creepers just to see if they're dying correctly on the magma blocks. Alright, there should be enough time. Let me just eat this carrot. I think it boosts my saturation, and then we're gonna go check on the creepers. Oh! Oh! I have my elytra on. Why didn't I float? Did I just brain fart? I'm so lucky. Okay, but yeah, it looks like it's working. Yeah, you can see the creepers are taking damage to the magma blocks. What the heck just happened though? My totem of undying saved me there. That's insane. So I spent a few days AFK, and I'm also playing on a separate day now, so I think it's time to start a new project. Let's go to the nether and work on a bartering farm. Since we're going to be using a lot of gold for the bartering farm, I've decided to put it near our gold farm, just so that way it's going to be a lot easier to fuel this thing. I brought some stone bricks with me so we can create a little room like this where we can just have the piglin in here trading, and it also makes it easy to see since a lot of things in the nether are just red. I'm then going to want to use some glass to set up a trading chamber for the piglin that we're going to trap in here. A tiny bit of bad news, it turns out the tutorial I was following was for Bedrock and not for Minecraft 1.17, so we're going to have to tear this thing down and end up building a 1.17 tutorial. I'm not too specific about the location anymore, so we're gonna build the bartering farm close to my house. Now I just need to trap one of these suckers in here with some gold and get in there. Get in there. Yeah, all right. and then we're gonna seal this off. So now that we've jump started this thing, every time he throws a drop in there, it should trigger and yep, give him another piece of gold. So we can just leave this running in the background. I am gonna have to fuel it up with lots of gold, and I don't think it runs when I'm outside the nether, so it's just gonna be running when I'm usually down here getting ancient debris. I've began mining out this small square underneath my storage room, and what I want to do with it is turn it into an axolotl tank. But what we're gonna want to do for that is get some prismarine and other materials from an ocean monument. Now if I could just locate the dang ocean monument, things would be just peachy. I should probably start writing down the coordinates for these types of things. Fam, what is this? The ocean is literally changing colors and I still can't find a stinking ocean monument. I'm kind of annoyed now, so let's just slap these guys around just for fun. Oh yeah, that fire aspect burns, doesn't it? How many crossbows do these guys have? I'm pretty sure I tagged each of these guys at least once, so they all should be like one shot. Alright, I'm taking too much damage. Let's get out of here and replenish our health with a golden carrot and then go back in to finish the job. These guys have followed me into the water, so now I'm just gonna gun them all down. Oh, we got bad omen. Can't find an ocean monument, but I can find a raid. So let's do that because we haven't been doing anything eventful for a while now. The sun may be falling, but I can still put an arrow between these losers' eyes. Or I could keep missing. Oh, there we go, got one. We're mid-raid round, so let me just go to sleep so that way we're not fighting mobs that aren't even part of the raid. And we're back to the action. I feel like this bow spam should be illegal. Whoa, whoa, Mr. Ravager, back up, back up, back up. Okay, there we go. Fire aspect for the win. We still have a couple of villagers left alive, so this is really good. Usually the raid wipes them all out. Of course, they can't play fair, so the Vexes are out. Oh, sniped him. Oh my god, 2 in a row? Let me just recollect my lava and snag this totem of undying. And the last guy is this witch right here. Raid victory. There we go. Now we are hero of the village. But I think all the villagers are dead. Oh my gosh, I didn't kill it in time. Well, time to go. That village is no longer my problem. I still can't seem to find an ocean monument. I should have written these coordinates down. And I don't have any buckets of milk, so let's head back home and try a new method for locating this ocean monument. So I made sure to clear up my inventory and also grab some buckets of milk. And now let's use some of this obsidian that we can mine to make a portal and just go really, really far. And that's going to be a way we find an ocean, hopefully. So I use that obsidian from the rune portal just so that way we can have a way of exiting the nether, but we can use a lava pool, kind of like a speedrunner strat, just to make our own nether portal in the overworld without using any of our own personal obsidian. Thanks to 8 blocks in the nether equaling 1 block in the overworld, we can travel extreme distances and hopefully end up in an ocean. Alright, so time to find a nice exit point and let's see where it turns us out. Oh my gosh, wow, we're exactly over an ocean, so this is really good, and it's a mesa biome. So I was able to locate an ocean monument, and since this is a brand new one, we're gonna have to clear out the Elder Guardians. This gives us a chance to get some new sponges. Managed to craft about 50 doors, and we hit mining fatigue, so I'm gonna have to waste a bucket right here just to get into the monument. But that should be fine. Alright, come here, you big ugly. So we should be able to berserk this thing down with a couple of sword hits. I don't see any other of the guardians around, so they're not going to be able to defend him. There we go. Easy. Collect our sponge and let's keep it moving. Now approaching another Elder Guardian, and he hasn't managed to hit me with mining fatigue yet, so let's just hit him down again. Again, he has no guards to defend him, so this is actually pretty easy to do. And there we go. Collect our rewards and keep it moving. Now it's time to start mining out all of these blocks, the prismarine and the dark prismarine, so that way we can build our axolotl room back home. Oh, we even managed to find a sponge room. This is awesome. And a second sponge room adjacent. Wow. So we got a double spawn in this ocean monument. So let's just farm all of this up. All right, that's enough resources. Now let's make our way back home. But first, let's sit in our gold farm and get all of our mending tools back up. So I have my dark prismarine ready, and I've kind of already decided on a design. So let's start setting up the walls and the corners with it. I want to make it like a tank, and there's going to be like a see-through portion on the wall. I want to set up this glass walkway with prismarine on the sides and water underneath. I don't know if I have enough water sources currently to do that, but let's just start setting up the preliminary pieces. I've partially pulled up some of the flooring, so now we need to fill this all in with water sources. It's going to be kind of awkward to weasel my way in here, but we're just going to work our way from the back and then go towards the front. Alright, so now that we've set up the bottom work, we can just fill in the rest of it right here and then focus on the full axolotl tank, because this is just the hallway. Alright, and then we're just gonna put these little waterfalls in so that the axolotls can play. I have to get rid of that dirt block though and swap it out with something more prismarine like. There we go, and the swap is now complete. And now for the best part, releasing my axolotls into their new tank. This is looking really good, so you can see they're swimming around. I do think they can despawn, so I'm gonna have to go get a name tag. We have a pink one and a brown one. So the pink one, I want to call you Cotton Candy, and the brown one, let's go with Chocolate Chip. All right, fellas, done and done. Now that we've completed that project, let's put all our toys away, just like they taught us when we were kids, and move on to something else. So I'm gonna head back to our Cauldron Mountain over here, and let's do some prep work before the next time it snows, and we can do our powdered snow farm. I just want to place down as much torches as possible because last time there were so many monsters attacking me while I was trying to let the snow harvest. I also want to level out this area over here with some dirt, just so that way all our cauldrons are in one spot, so it's easier to get like a bird's eye view of them as they fill up. I got pretty lucky and I didn't have to wait long for it to start snowing. Went back to get some more iron, and we can place some more cauldrons and just let the powdered snow collect while we wait. I don't know what people were complaining about. These are filling up pretty fast. Let me just drop another 20 cauldrons like that. And I think we should start being able to collect powdered snow either next time we come back here, or maybe there's a couple filled up already. I was right. There's one and there's two. 3. Can't seem to find any more. Oh, it stopped snowing. That's rude. Well, it looks like we'll come back here next time and see if any more accumulate. I've been doing a bit of organization, but it started raining again, so you know what that means. It's time to head back to our powdered snow farm. I'm gonna need a lot of buckets if I want to start picking up all this powdered snow and storing it. And I also made a shulker box specifically for my powdered snow. Collection's going great this time around. We got nearly 20 powdered buckets so far, and then there's still some more left over here. I foolishly put some of these cauldrons on this mountain away from the rest of them, so as they fill up with snow, I'm gonna remove them and then relocate them to where the rest of the cauldrons are. And that ends our time on this mountain for now. We have one full shulker box plus like 4 more powdered snow. That's a lot. I don't think we have any uses for it yet, but we're gonna put this all back into storage and keep it moving. I've been surveying my surroundings looking for a beehive because I heard they spawn randomly in 1.17. Ooh, a panda. And just land. Get rid of the zombie. Die, zombie! Hey there, little buddy. How you doing? Let's see if we can capture him. We'll put him in a little boat. All right. Place the boat. We got him. And now we just need to clear the area up around here so that we can move him. If that's even possible. So much bamboo everywhere. Oh, I hit the panda. Take the water. Take the water. Take the water. Okay. Problem solved. Oh, he's hitting me now. Okay, you know what? Abort. Abort. We're out of here. Shut the whole thing down. We're getting out of here. We're just gonna go to sleep in this village and pretend that whole thing didn't happen. And now I'm back on the hunt for some beehives. So let's just clear this area out. I think I see a beehive over by that tree. I don't know if there's any bees inside the nest, but we might be able to locate some in the area. So let's just clear this whole patch out. There we go. Cleared up a lot of the dirt. And now let's look around the area. There you are, little buddy. All right, so let's get a lead on you and we'll drag you all the way over to that nest. Now we just need to seal it off and create a little bit more space for the bee to harvest. I'm also gonna need to find a second one, or a second. Oh, I got my lead back. Oh, he went in the hive. Okay. So we just need to find a second bee now. We can get things started. Let me just place the last of these roses here for the bee, and then we're gonna set out on our adventure and look for a partner. So I'm just gonna set off in a different direction from my village. And we not only found a homie, but we found a home. Oop, let me just kill this creeper real quick. There we go, dead. All right, so let's relocate Mr. B here and just drag him over here to our little love chamber where they're gonna be making copies. Okay, that was cringe. I'm not gonna say that ever again. Took a little bit of time for the second bee to come out, but now we're gonna build our way in and boom, boom, there we go. Make a baby, come on. There we go, and now we have a baby bee. I'm gonna plant some more flowers right there so that they can get to work, and we're just gonna leave them at it. I'm new to this, but what we're gonna do is place a campfire underneath the beehive, and then we're gonna seal it off with some trapdoors so that way the bees can't die. And I think what that does is it makes it so that they're not aggressive towards me when I'm trying to shear them. So that's gonna work pretty well. Once we get a couple more honeycombs, I'm gonna move the farm closer to my house and work with it there. So I've made the few days trek over here with a few bees, and we're going to set up a little bit of a hive near my house so that way I can just get the honey blocks as soon as I want. So I'm going to set up some roses here so that they're attracted to them, And then I'm going to place the hive that they're going to be working from. I don't have enough glass to seal this area in, so we're just going to work with dirt for now, and then I'm going to go and get the glass for later. Now that I have the hive surrounded with glass blocks, what I'm going to do is we're going to seal ourselves inside here, and I want to get rid of all the dirt inside. Alright, so let's start breaking. As you can see, the bees are already in here. We just have that layer of glass now as the outside, and this should be our new hive. So first, place a campfire, and then surround it with trapdoors so that the bees can't die. Now we harvest, and I can leave this farm running in the background and start something new. While I decide what I'm going to do for my next project, let's take some time and just AFK in my gunpowder farm. What we're going to do with that, though, is it's going to be used for our later when we're farming ancient debris in the nether. I think I can increase the creeper spawn rate if I expand the tower a little bit higher, so let's go and do that. So let me grab some of my cat friends, and they will teleport to the top, so I don't have to worry about bringing them up there. It's almost down to a science now, so I'm just going to place the carpets, and then we get the cats into position, and then we can just leave them there. I don't have enough wood to complete this layer, so let's go farming for a bit and move on. I think I'll come back to this project a little bit later, but we did manage to add a few layers. I've slowly been experiencing all the content 1.17 has to offer, and we've done enough with the bees now. Now I want to go and grab some copper and see about what we can do with that. Now, since my world was generated in 1.16, it means copper can only spawn in areas that weren't loaded yet, so we're going to use the help of our nether exploration to go really far and see if we can find copper nodes there. Lucky for me, I have this massive lava lake I can just fly across, and it should cover thousands of blocks this way. This seems like a good spot to build a portal, so let's light it and let's check our coordinates. Wow, we are 7,000 blocks out, so this might be good enough. Since I don't know if this chunk was previously loaded, I think the best way to check for copper would be to dive into some ravines, and we're gonna check the walls there. And would you look at that, there we go, we have some copper nodes right here in the wall, so we can just start mining in this area and we should be able to fill up our inventory. Oh wow, exposed diamonds, so if we switch over to our silk touch pickaxe, we can mine these and put them into our treasure room. Found some more copper, so we're just gonna place a door right here so we can get some air pockets, dig these all out, and then retrieve our door. Fortune pickaxe mining in 1.17 is so OP. You can see we just get a lot of nodes of the copper ingots, and now we have about 6 full stacks just waiting. So we're gonna slowly start making our way home as I'm running out of supplies, but not before we do this ocean monument. And it also started raining, so we can head over to our snowy powdered snow farm and AFK for a bit. Before we can set up our copper to start aging, we're going to need to smelt it, so I'm going to put it into these blast furnaces, and this should go fairly quickly. So this might be a bit embarrassing, but I can't think of a place to put the copper, so let's go up to our roof and start evenly spacing them out over here and just giving them time to age and change color. Our second batch is done smelting, so now we're going to convert this into copper blocks. We're going to get about 9 full blocks, and then we're going to head up to the roof and just evenly space them. And that one's already changing color over there, so that's pretty good. So we have the bees working over there, we have the copper aging on my roof, and I also have the iron golem farm working underground, so I kind of want to stay in this area for a little while. So for our next project, I'm going to build a cobblestone generator that we can just mine from our house. So the design is pretty simple. We're keeping the water in place with these stairs, and then what we want to do is go one more layer up and then place a bucket of lava above it to constantly create the cobblestone. And finally, to keep the water from flowing out, we're going to put a sign here, and I'm going to put a thank you to Mr. Cat YouTube, who is the guy who created this tutorial. Thank you very much for the tutorial. It's very cool and very simple. All right, and you can see we can just sit here and we can AFK and break it, and the cobblestone will fall into the hoppers, and it just keeps creating more cobblestone for us. With all the new cobblestone I just got, we can grab a few more cats and create a new layer to our gunpowder farm. My resources aren't evenly distributed anymore. We have way more cobblestone than we have wood, so I'm gonna have to go and farm more of that later, but for now this should be enough. Alright, and let's just finish up this final row of trapdoors, and then I think we can go and AFK on top. I think this is a perfect place to AFK for a few days, and I think I'm going to end my recording for today. So we're going to pick up next time and probably figure out what project we want to start next. So I'm back on a fresh recording day, and I think it's time to make preparations for our ancient debris farming. So I'm gonna craft a bunch of TNT using all of our sand. Probably gonna have to get a lot more sand. We have about 8 full stacks of TNT, lots more gunpowder than we know what to do with. So I'm gonna repair my tools and we're gonna head out and do that. I'm here for less than a minute and my tools are already almost maxed out. This is insane. And now we are off to our favorite desert to go collect a bunch of sand. Using an efficiency 5 shovel on sand is so satisfying. You just cut through it like butter. Alright, quick break. We got about 1 shulker box full, so I'm gonna swap over to the orange one and see if we can fill that one up too. Wow, it's daytime already, so we're gonna just have to go crazy here and just mine all of this, just row by row, just get all of this sand if we want to make some time up. Alright, so I'm almost done gathering up all this sand and it looks like, yep, we're about ready to go. So now let's bring everything we gathered together and we're going to fuse it all into blocks of TNT and put it into this red shulker box. We should have almost 2 rows and then we can head into the nether. So for our trip, I made sure to bring 4 shulker boxes because we're gonna have multiple tasks. Along with the ancient debris, I also want to get lots of gravel so we can use it to fill out an ocean monument. We can get some of our gravel from our bartering farm, but I think a larger amount can come from just mining it ourselves underground. So this is the tunnel we used in our first 100 days to get some ancient debris, but if I remember, on the left side over here we had this long tunnel with no lava that we could use to fill with TNT, so it's not too close to where we already built out to, so I think we can use it. So I don't really want to place the TNT yet if there's a lot more distance I can cover, so we're gonna just keep mining in this direction until I hit lava or something. Whoa there, whoa. Okay, so we hit lava. Doesn't seem to be connected to a lake, so I think we can just cut it off and keep going. Yep, so that's not what I meant by that's where we're gonna stop. We need a full lava lake to stop us, so let's just keep mining out and restore my durability with these nether quartz. Any little wall pockets I find with gravel, we're gonna mine it out completely as well. I have a specific shulker box set aside just for gravel. Not this one, but we're gonna put the rest of the supplies in here and just pick up their drops. There we go. So we're almost at like 2 full rows actually, so let's just get all of this. Alright, so we've come to our wall of lava that I can't really get past. Okay, so we're gonna block it off and we can just start placing our TNT in a straight line. Last time we filled the tunnel entirely with TNT, but I think I can save some blocks by just placing them a little bit spaced up apart. Found this small deposit of gravel that we're gonna mine out. Oh, TNT is exploding. Okay. Yep, something set off all my TNT and it exploded. So let's just grab all this gravel and we're gonna go check it out. Sheesh! Look how big this cavern is. Oh my god, I keep doing so many cringy things. I'm not gonna do that again. But I can see some ancient debris over here. I can see lots of lava as well. So that's pretty bad because it like obstructs my view. But we're gonna grab up all this gravel and let's see how much ancient debris we can find as well. Found this deposit of gravel and there's some ancient debris just in the wall right there. So let's just kill 2 birds with 1 stone and mine all of this up. And now on to the ancient debris. So I finally managed to make it to this wall of lava. We're gonna have to build our way past if we're gonna want to keep on placing TNT. I still have about 3 stacks of 64 left to place, and we didn't even end up finding that much ancient debris yet. Alright, so we made it to where we left off before it accidentally exploded my TNT, so we're gonna just keep on placing now. Still have like this extremely long tunnel to go, so let's just start placing and let's see where it takes us. We're still in a basalt delta, so there's just a lot of this basalt, but we're gonna just make our way through. Oh my god. Okay, so we have some ancient debris right here. It's just 2 quick pieces right there, and then we'll keep it moving. So let me check. I have about 10 stacks of TNT still, and I've just been placing for a while now. So I'm gonna skip to the end of this where I'm done exploding things, because it's getting out of hand. Before I detonate, quick pit stop to repair my shovel. And now finally all my tunnels should be meeting up, so let's just place the last of them. As you can see, there's like 3 tunnels that are all meeting together at one. And then once we blow this thing up, it's gonna just be this big wide area for me to explore. And now the moment of truth. Run. Oh my gosh, it just ate up to like half of that hallway space and it's like lagging. Oh my god, this is gonna be so much ancient debris to grab. Well, let's get started. There's so much ancient debris in these tunnels that I'm scared I'm gonna miss some, so I like to dig around when I find some as well, just to make sure there's nothing here. It's just a 2 spot, but you know, we're gonna just keep looking. I think we're already at maybe close to half a stack. Oh my gosh, isn't this a lucky spawn? I don't think these are part of the same node. Yeah, see, look, there's 2 of them right here, and then there's just 1 right next to it. That is very, very lucky, actually. Ow. Let me just mine these. That's 1. and that's 2. And I think, yep, now we have a full stack of 64 and we have 5 left over. And now I think this is as good a time as any to make our departure from the Nether. Even though we still have some TNT left over, I have a full stack of 64 ancient debris, and I think that's enough for this trip. Alright, so let's get all of this ancient debris into these blast furnaces. I have a couple stacks of 20s, and it should smelt pretty quickly. So I put away all my drops from the Nether, but now let's gather all the gravel we got, just so that we can see what we're working with when we're getting ready to start our ocean monument later. So before we work on our ocean monument, I do want to work on a sugarcane farm, just so that way we can have sugarcane constantly growing in the background while I do improvements on my house and stuff. It's not going to be the biggest sugarcane farm, but I just want to have a little something here just so that we can work with it. So the idea is just to have the typical sugarcane grows up 3 blocks, then you have the pistons and the observers. If you guys are Minecraft experts, you guys have seen these types of builds before. This is nothing new. So now we're going to place a row of pistons, and we're going to do the redstone and stuff on the back. We just need to go and craft our observers as well. So observers face where you're facing, so we're going to have to get behind this machine first and place all of this. It's getting a little bit messy back here with the dirt, but it should be fine. And I do want to swap some of this blocks out with quartz. I just don't know which ones yet. So yeah, this is looking good. Now we just need to set up a row for our redstone, and then we can kind of make multiple layers with this as well. We can monitor the sugarcane growth through this glass pane if we set it up like this. I don't know if the piston will push the sugarcane onto this glass pane since it's a half block, but we'll see as it grows. I swapped the blocks out for quartz blocks, and as you guys know, I'm a very big fan of alternating blocks, so we're gonna put quartz and stone quartz or brick quartz or whatever it's called when it gets that pattern. We're gonna put it in an alternating pattern, and that's how we're gonna build this. You can somewhat see the design for layer 1, so I'm gonna make a second layer as well, and we're just gonna see how it's gonna come out. Not too shabby. So we managed to get 2 layers up and running. It's not gonna be the most efficient, but we're gonna just leave it like that running in the background. And now, no more time for stalling, guys. We're gonna gather up all the gravel we have, and we're gonna head over to an ocean monument, and we're gonna begin the process of draining it. We've managed to clear like 5 to 6 monuments already, so all I have to do is head towards the ocean, and I should be able to find one. I even brought obsidian with me just in case, so that way we can portal back home if we need to get resources quickly. There she is. So let's find the corners of this thing and get started. So I don't know how far out we want to go with the drainage, but I do know we want minimum 1 block space around this thing, so we're gonna start on the corners right here. And if I need to drain a little bit more, we can always widen the perimeter. And now that each corner is filled in, we can just go to the edge right here and just drop gravel, and slowly begin our process of draining this entire thing. I'm trying to find the best way to drop this gravel, but also the guardians keep attacking me, so it's kind of annoying. I have to keep jumping over to kill them while also trying to break their line of sight. See? Almost done with this wall. Oop, do I spot me a cutie right there? I think I spotted me a cutie. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Yup, here's an axolotl. Hopefully it's the one. Oh, I think we already have this color. But you're still getting caught, buddy. Come here. There we go. All right, back to placing. Wait, is that another one? Don't tempt me, boy. All right, let's go get him. Oh, there he is. What color is that? Looks reddish or pink. All right, let's grab him. Come here, come here, come here. Stop. I'm suffocating now for you. See, I do this all in the name of axolotl love. There we go. All right, so that's 2 of them now. I could have sworn I just saw another one down there with a weird color, so we're going back down again. Okay, forget the ocean monument. We're getting, yup, there he is. Come here. Come here. Get over here, boy. Come here. Got him. That one is definitely a color I do not have yet. So I've just been autopilot filling in all this stuff with gravel, and I think we're out, guys. We don't have enough gravel to complete this fill in, and as you already know, most gravel when it gets chopped up turns into flint, so only about I feel like only about 70% of the gravel we have here is going to survive the next part of the project, so we're gonna have to go get more. So I'm just gonna finish layering the rest of this right here. It's not gonna make it to the wall, but we're gonna head back home. This nether portal just dangling off the side over here should help us connect back here when we need to. We just need to keep track of the coordinates. And we're in a nether fortress. That's weird, but yeah, we can make this work. So there's not much time to start anything new, so let's just stay a little bit organized. That way we'll be prepared for our next segment. But also we have the new axolotl to add to the tank, so let's go check it out. So the first 2 axolotl were ones we already had, but this one right here is a light blue one, or at least I think it's a light blue. Let's look at it real close. It looks kind of bluish, pinkish. minty from like makes me think of that fresh gum. So I think we're gonna go with the name Mint. Now we're just gonna add you to the tank, buddy. Welcome to your new home, and then hit you with a name tag. Welcome your brothers and sisters. All right, this is looking pretty good. Last thing I want to do with the remaining time I have is create physical representations of how many blocks I have for each type of beacon. I do want to have one of each type of beacon just as a symbol of wealth. So I don't know how much each costs, I believe. I think I can just look it up, but you know what? Why not just build it and find out? So we're going to go through with each material and just see how much materials we have of each, and see how far we are with each beacon. So I'm a bit shocked to find out that I haven't been farming emeralds as much as I thought I did. So that's what we're gonna have to do, because emerald is something that I should easily have abundance of, along with gold and iron. The only ones that I should have difficulty are with diamond and netherite. So let's spend the last 2 or 3 days just farming emeralds from our trade farm, because there's nothing really I can start right now without it interfering with the next segment of our 100 days. So now let's get our stick trades back down to 1, just so it's a lot easier to farm emeralds. I'm also going to work on trapping more villagers in here, just so that way we can get more emerald trades going. So we're already at 4 full blocks and a full stack of emeralds. Let's just keep this going. Let's keep the grind. So let's add our current yield of 13 blocks to the pyramid. It's not much, but it's honest work. And now we head to bed on what is our final night. And there you have it. 300 days survived on Hardcore Minecraft. Well, thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. And if you did, be sure to like and subscribe for more content like this. Be sure to let me know any tips and tricks you guys might have for me in the comment section below as well. And as always, this is Phoenix, and I'll see you guys later.